And tough starting field position here. Now Wilson's on loose. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
So out now come the Lions. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels. But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He completes it to Tate, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And the completion, nice throw, nice catch, but Charles, big thanks goes to the men up front.
They allowed the quarterback to throw out of the rocking chair, so to speak. Plenty of time to survey the field and find an open man.
And now a first down following that long gain. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Washington. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stafford on 3rd down. And it's brought in by Washington. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dwayne Washington from 17 yards out. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now following that play, we've got a man down defensively, one of the members of the secondary. And we'll just hope he's all right to continue. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. Throwing here, Stafford. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
For Washington. And a short pickup. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. He's got time in the pocket. Now he steps away. He may try and run for this. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he fumbled it. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. In the slot on the right is Graham. On second down, Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Stafford going to throw it. Backing up. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays, but when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. The big fella. And this is scoop. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
So they're going to go for two. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. That's caught at the one. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by two more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play, and pretty much...
Hard to admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, who's in a bedroom, who's in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, a little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod, distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light, I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize, I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been, continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you. Count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was gloom and addiction, a miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute, drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil ever linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury your life. I let my means of being dissolved. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup of 2 QBs who have faced off many times in the NFC North. It's Aaron Rodgers versus Matthew Stafford. With that, let's send you indoors to Ford Field in Detroit. as we welcome in our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Complete. Starks on the screen. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And Adams, a former Fresno State Bulldog, had a nice game in Week 14, 104 yards and a touchdown in that win.
And he has the full trust of his quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. And I've seen a real breakout for Devontae Adams this year. Better route running, better at his craft. But you can tell the trust is there because Aaron Rodgers will throw up more 50-50 balls for him. Before, he had to see him open before he threw it to him. Now he trusts him to go make a play.
And now the Lions' defensive starters.
Ezekiel Ansah out of BYU. We call him Ziggy, and he knows where the quarterback is on every play.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight, all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. James Starks. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Rodgers to throw on second down. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And Crosby puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be, because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. first down throw. Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Stafford. That one intended for Anquan Bolden. And it's 3rd and short. And here's a look at the starting offense. Stafford on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, it's Stafford. Deep drop. And a reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Detroit.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here's the first carry for Dwayne Washington. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Demarius Randall's a versatile player. Played both safety and cornerback in college. They're using those same skills in the NFL.
Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On first and good, the 2. Defense. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And Stafford's going to take it himself. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On the sneak, it's Stafford. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. On 4th down, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Eric Ebron taking it in, and the Lions have taken the lead. big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Rodgers now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. You know what I want to do right now while we have a moment? I want to hand out Charles Davis's hardware for top performers week 14.
Okay, if we're going to do that, can we start with Le'Veon Bell with the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Sure, Warren.
236 yards on the ground, ended up with 298 overall in the snow in Buffalo, and led his team to a win.
Who else you got? I know you like Vic Beasley's performance for Atlanta.
Well, 3 sacks, including a touchdown after the strip sack. He picked it up and ran it in. And I have to mention Aaron Rodgers. Playing hurt, had a hamstring 2 weeks ago, a calf this week. The Packers are on a nice little run now, pressing for a playoff spot. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it's good enough for a Detroit first down. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a first down throw. Stafford to the right side to Eric Ebron. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said,
nowhere to escape. And he goes down. Tahir Whitehead in there to bury him for a loss of 11. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
There's Rodgers to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now it's Tate. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They come out here in the eye. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Washington. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Well, let's see. The Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And a gain there of 11 yards.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Stafford on for, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On second down, here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. Stafford now to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on second down is Stafford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. The touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
He's got his man. This is Tate. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And, you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and 10, Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Running it, Washington. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Right back to Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looks pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They run with Washington. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Stafford on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a Green Bay first. Starts. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Cook has it, left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. First down, Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Rodgers now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Complete. Starts on the screen. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. But sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, But this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best.
On the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with himself. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. The play clock's running down, and the defense definitely showing blitz here. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Going to give this time to the tailback. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Washington on 3rd and short. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
3 down. Here we go. Blue 60.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to fight forward inside the 15. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down here. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn, and he is all the way up past the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game.